Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 11, I believe. Two Queens, One Joke. As you can see this week, it is just me, or my co-host and one of my good friends just went off on her vacation. She's gonna have a hot girl spring break. And she is currently out and about. If you want to follow her on her social medias, please do so at LaCresha McGill on all social media websites. And she's going to be posting all about her trips and where she is heading. So, before we get into today's episode, I just want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because we really would appreciate it and you're going to help our family grow. So, let's talk about it. This was the first episode back with 90 minutes, and I really liked it. I really did. It was it was so good to it felt like an episode of Drag Race. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to see the little Rumel at the beginning. We got to see the judges like a full judges critiques and not just a boom 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 boom. We actually got to hear all the judges give their thoughts and feelings. We got the stupid deliberation back, but hey, it's part of the 90-minute format, I guess. We got an amazing lip sync. And overall I just really enjoyed being back to the 90-minute format. I was really entertained. I feel like we're getting kind of tuned in on what type of drama that we've missed because of the 60 minutes episodes, but I was thoroughly entertained. So, I say it's time for us to go ahead and get into this week's episode. Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right, so we start off the episode with the queens working back into the workroom, and Selena was doing the single lady. I'm like, okay, I'll let it slide. You just did the lip sync to single lady. Okay, cool. So they read Malaysia Baby Doll Fox's message, and it was remain humble and the fattest. I am going to miss Malaysia. If she ever does decide to bless us on these screens again, I hope she can come back in just more powerful and get her a win. Get her a win. So the queens are saying goodbye, and Selena, she was really in her feelings because at first she was like, "Oh, I'm only in the bottom because it's the design challenge," which I think is silly. Especially since that first design look was really good. Now the one last week, but that first one she made out of the bags, or what was it? Was it bags? I don't remember. It was cute. It shouldn't have been in the bottom. But yeah, now she's like, I feel like I'm the bottom bitch here, and I really got to show who I am, and she got to show a little piece of herself today, so I was really happy for her. I'm not gonna lie, baby, she wiped that mirror so clean so quickly, and I forget who's. I think it was Lux. She's like she should be used to this at this point. And it shows because she was cleaning that mirror. I was like, whoa, 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 baby. She's like, I done done this too many times, all right? So they sit down, they congratulate Sasha Colby on getting her third challenge win. And I love how they were like, third main challenge win. And it's shot to Lucy. Oh my goodness. But Lucy once again expected that she was going to win. And although she did a great job last week, I really believe if they didn't give the win to to Sasha, they would have gave it to Lux. Me personally, but I have never, in all these years of watching Drag Race, seen queens fight for second place. I don't get it. I don't understand, and I kind of thought we were stepping away from it, but apparently it was just there wasn't enough time to put in the edit because they're still arguing about I came in second last week. Really, at this point, just let it go. Neither one of y'all got the win. So how about we How about we worry about something we can actually do, like actually get a win instead of worrying about coming in second place? It's just I am annoyed with it. I really am. So we're moving on. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Lux, you can tell. And see, with Lux confidence, it comes off differently than Lucy's. And I think it's really because there's some desperation behind Lucy's confidence. Where Lux, she's just confident because she knows she's that girl. She's like, yeah, I was close to getting that win. I'm just getting closer and closer, and I'm going to get it. And Lucy's like, I'm fighting for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different level of the confidence that's behind it. You know what I'm saying? I might not be making any sense. Who knows? But yes, yeah, so we're moving on. It's the next day in the workroom. The queens come inside, and Kelly and Michelle's on the table. And I love how Lux puts on the Kelly wig. It was just that really that warmed my heart. It tickled my spirit. It really did. And then we get into this little spat between Lucy and Lux, and it's about Lucy's Beyonce look last week. You know, she did the outfit that Beyonce announced her pregnancy in at the VMA Awards when she was performing Love on Top. And Lux asked the question we were all asking last week: where's the baby bump? And she's like, well, Beyonce was barely showing. No, 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 you could see it. You could see it. And she's like, well, I was looking at the photo. If you were looking at the photo, you would have got the color of the top correctly. Because that jacket was the wrong color. And then they were trying to get on Lux because she wasn't giving Beyonce body. And then Marsha's like, well, she gave the Lux version of that. And then Lucy's like, well, I can't. Why can't I give the Lucy version of that? Because at that time Beyonce was pregnant. If you're gonna do a look during her pregnancy, you have to have the pregnant belly. It's really that simple. And the fact that you opened up the jacket and rubbed your belly, there should have been something there. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, the nerve. Like, the nerve. There's one thing she got out of the Christmas uniqueness, nerve, and talent is nerve. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, let's move onward. We got a room mail this episode. I was so happy to finally get a room mail. We haven't got one since week one. So it was really good. And it was very clear that they were going to be working in pairs and doing some sort of comedy challenge. So RuPaul walks into the room in this lovely suit. I love this. And the pop of color with the shoe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like it. So RuPaul announces that there's going to be a mini challenge this week, and it's the Harlem Vogue Ball, where they have to get into quick drag. They got 15 minutes. Now, this little bit has already caused a tad bit of commotion on the internet. I'm just going to give my 2 cents. Um, I don't blame the queens at all because they didn't know they had to do this. Um, I can understand the people who come from ballroom culture feel like Drag Race is exploiting and making fun of the ballroom scene, especially since they haven't had any proper representation other than somebody who was in the balls during the 90s, and Mariah from season 3 and All Stars 5, you know, she came from ballroom. Um, they have every right to feel the way they feel. And I'm not going to sit here and say they're wrong for their feelings. If they feel like it's being made of mockery, then that's their feeling. Even when I heard that this was the challenge, I'm like, ooh, are we sure about this? Like, y'all thought this was a good idea? Mm-hmm. Y'all really thought? Yeah, okay. All right. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, Lord, I already know they're going to be fussing online. And they, rightfully so. Because if I came from ballroom and the show keeps misrepresenting it over and over again, I would feel some type of way as well. But at the same time, I think that's what this challenge was supposed to be. I think they're aware of where they stand with the ballroom coach, especially with the category being, I'm so into voguing right now. Referencing Vanessa Huggins, who who got drugged for saying, "Oh, I'm so into voguing right now." You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I get it, I understand it. So I just took this challenge for what it was. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cute. I didn't think that nobody really just. I take that back. There was some bombs, but let's go ahead and quickly go through these. Up first we had Lux, who I thought she did a cute job. The dip was a choice. Lucy apparently has been talking smack about how great of a performer she is. I remember that Lollapalooza. And the fact that she brought it up later, talking about, well, I won my Lollapalooza. You chose Spice. And honestly, in my opinion, you lost that lip sync. But we'll be quiet. And then she did her cartwheel. Woo! Up next is Selena. And I thought hers was cute. It was okay. But when she failed, she did not recover. And she was just rolling on the ground. I'm like, come on now. Come on now. This is the reason why they get mad. Marsha came out, and that little dip she did was cute. I was like, okay. Okay, cute little dip. The makeup was cute as all. Sasha ate, as always. The wig reveal, the choreography. She really didn't do any voguing. She just really went out there and did her own thing, but it worked for the situation. I really enjoyed it. The hit, strand by strand. I thought that was everything. Mistress was probably my favorite. When she walked up and said her beard cutter, then walked over and pretended to put makeup on Marsha, and then came over and did her little wig reveal next to Sasha, who just did a wig reveal. Mistress is so smart. She is so smart, and I just really enjoy watching her on my television. And then the dip. I thought overall this was just amazing. And then Anitra slayed it as always. Like, we've known that she could do a duck walk. We've known that she has some Vogue elements, and she does a pretty mean dip. So it wasn't nothing new, but she did a really great job. She really did. So RuPaul then announces the pit crew to come in with a trophy, and I thought this was really cute to give them a trophy as if it was a real ball. So RuPaul announces that the winner of this Vogue, what is it called again? The Harlem Vogue Ball, is Anitra, and she won a cash a $2,500. So afterwards, RuPaul announces that this week they will be doing a stand-up comedy challenge, but they will be working in pairs. So Bruno comes out with a cooler full of fake ice. And this is how they're going to determine how the teams work. They're going to go up, they're going to pick a bubbly out, and the matching bubblies will team together. So the teams that they had this week was Lux and Lucy, Mistress and what's this baby's name? Mistress and Marsha. Lord help me. And we also had Anitra and Sasha. I didn't get the screenshot. I'm sorry. So we find out that Selena's the only one without a partner. So RuPaul announces, well, since you're the only one without a partner, you can either steal someone's partner or work alone. Now, if I was Selena Estudis, I think I would have worked alone in this situation, especially seeing what she did. And as long as they gave her that same critique to pull her back and get to the joke faster, I think she could have really shined by herself. And honestly, no, that runaway. But still, I think she would have done a lot better by herself. Yeah. So for me, I think I would have chose to work by myself. I wouldn't want to work with any of the other ones. But she chose to steal Mistress Isabel Brooks from Marsha, causing her to work alone. So because Anitra won the mini challenge, she gets to pick she gets to pick the order that the queens perform in. So, quickly, Marsha went first, followed by Lux and Lucy. Sasha and Anitra, and then the closers were Selena and Mistress Isabel Brooks. So we get to the table here, and Anitra is having a severe migraine. And I felt so bad for Anitra because you could see it on her face that she was just in pain and she really wanted to focus on the tax. But that migraine, those who have a migraine know that migraine takes first priority and you could barely focus around it. So she stepped away to go get some medication and it helped some. It helped some. But they go to the workroom, not the workroom, but the main stage where they're with Michelle Visage and Ali Wong. And I really enjoyed. We're to this point now where I really appreciate the critiques that Ali gave. Like she really wanted to bring the best out of everybody who was there. And I really appreciate when they bring in someone in that field to judge and to help the girls make it through the competition. So like with this, so they come through. So it is the next day now, and Sasha and Anitra are basically talking about, hey, how we feeling, how we doing. Anitra says she's feeling better. She cut some of the jokes, which I'm glad she did cut the headache jokes because they weren't really hitting the way that she thought they would. But we move over to Marsha and Lux and also Lucy. They were sitting there and, you know, just talking to Marsha like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? How, what's your head like? Blah, blah, blah. And I agree with Sasha. I think they were trying to get in her head. Because Lux was like, okay, well, you got to make sure you don't get nervous. Da. I'm like, if you don't be quiet, I started getting nervous. Like, I'm finna go up there. I'm like, Lux, hush. But you never know. That could have been a strategic play. It could have been. They both really wanted to win. Just saying. So, we end off this moment here with Mistress Isabel Brooks sitting down and basically explaining her family situation with us. She didn't really speak to her family, and even as an adult, she said she left the house at 17, and as an adult, she always made an effort to keep her mom included in, you know, her life. And then one day, she got hurt at a gig, ended up breaking her ankle. She said it was just dangling there, and I just, I can picture it in my head. I don't watch too many horror movies. I can just see it. Ooh, sorry, sis. But she ended up going to the ER and she called her mom. She's like, hey, I'm in the emergency room. I need your help with the medical part of this. Could you come up here? And basically, she came up there and showed her a hotel. Started fussing at her, yelling at her, like, why you dressed like this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And Mistress, from that moment on, never spoke to her family. And I can understand. I don't think I would speak to my family, or at least to my mom, after that situation, because I called you in a moment of crisis. I needed you as my mom, and you're freaking out about what I got on? And coming from having a weird relationship with my family, I understood. I speak to mine, most of mine. I speak to most of my family. But I honestly feel like if I didn't live in my hometown with them, well, it's not my hometown, but been here since third grade, not sure how much of a conversation would be had with them. Just being honest in that forefront. But yeah, I'm glad that Mistress is in a great place. I'm glad that she has built a family and a community around her. And it was so nice to see Chevelle in the Untucked. We typically don't talk about Untucked, but it was so nice to see her drag mother in Untucked. But yes, so it's time to get to the main stage, and RuPaul looks amazing. I love this. Head to toe, like, I really appreciate everything that she did here. The makeup is on point, but then again, you know, Raven, the black beauty queen that she is, um, always has RuPaul looking great, and I really do enjoy this dress. This week we're joined by Michelle Visage, who looks lovely as always. T.S. Madison, I'm so glad that that we've gotten her 2 weeks in a row. I really wish we just had her for the rest of the season. Honestly, Carson and Ross can step down. I feel like they did their job. They came in and Ross was an amazing judge, but I think it's time for both Carson and Ross just to sit down and let TS come in because she brings a voice of a black trans woman. She brings the voice of a black trans woman, especially in today's world where trans people are constantly having their rights taken away from them. Sorry, my nose is itchy. But yes, I want more T.S. Madison. I do. And then we were joined by Ali Wong again, who was a great guest judge. I love Ali Wong as it is already, but it was nice. And it was nice to see that she was a fan of the show. And, me and Cretia have said this quite a few times, especially over like the past year. It really looks like, yeah, they're getting people to fit the challenges, but they're also getting people who are fans of the show. Or at least they do their research before coming to the show so they don't look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to this bubbly comedy festival. And at first we had Marsha. And I think Marsha, the stage presence was there. She was walking around, she was keeping everybody engaged. It just wasn't really funny. Every now and then I'll go, but right now, even thinking about it, I can't think of any jokes that Marsha made on the stage. And with this being a comedy stand-up challenge, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. Matter of fact, I remember she made a remark about her makeup. But then again, we all knew that she was going to make some sort of remark about her makeup. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she had the stage presence, but it was the actual comedy that she was lacking. Up next, we have Lux and Lucy. First, we'll talk about Lucy. I thought Lucy did an amazing job here. She was funny, she was captivating, and can we talk about them being in front of an actual live audience for the first time in seasons? I was so happy about that. I should have got a screenshot of the audience, but I forgot. But yeah, Lucy did a really good job. She kept us entertained. The jokes were funny. I felt like they were talking about the teeth just a little bit too long, but I did enjoy the comedy set. And the same for Lux. For her to be like, comedy isn't my thing, she came out and she had a great time. I really enjoyed her jokes as well. I think I was a little bit more intrigued by Lux than I was Lucy. But just like I said with Lucy, I felt like they stayed on the white teeth thing a little too long. I wish they would have got a few more jokes that wasn't around the teeth or just being white in general. But yeah, amazing. Like, they were the best duo of the night. Up next, we had Sasha and Anitra. And Anitra struggled. She really did. I didn't laugh at all at Anitra. She looked stunning. I can give her that, but I mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Sasha, she went in and out of it. Like, she'll be doing good, then she'll start doing bad again. She'll do good, then she'll start doing bad again. And I did like the joke about Michelle's balls, and I think that's what saved her from the bottom because she had those funny moments when the other two didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just I thought Sasha would do better at this. I didn't think she was gonna win, but I thought she was at least gonna give us like a good, safe performance. But she really struggled. She was this close to lip sync, and she was. So let's move on to the final pair, which is Selena Estes and Mistress Isabel Brooks. And can we talk about what Mistress has on real quick? Stunning. I love every piece of this. I want one. Same color. Y'all know I love orange. But she looks so good here. So good here. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about them. Let's talk about Selena Estes at first. She shined. She took the notes that Allie and Michelle gave her. She drew it back, and she just gave us the funniest bits of the story. And I was howling. I was laughing so hard at Selena. She's a really good storyteller as well. Like, I was really intrigued by what she had to say. and the way she delivered it. And her and Mistress bounced off of each other really well. I really enjoyed her portion of the stand up. And then we get to Mistress, where I think she did a good job, but she didn't flow as well as Selena. Her story went kind of long. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, I'm like, are we like we see where it's going, because once she said, "Oh, he was 6'5", I was like, I know where this is going. But it just seemed like it took so long to get there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I felt like she bounced off of Selena really well. So yeah, she did a good job. So it's time for the runway, where the category is rip her to shreds. And up first we have Marsha. And I disagree. I don't think this is the same look that Jan did. Not Jan, Lord. That Lucy did a few weeks ago for her ball. Um, yes, it's within the same lane, but I feel like it's a different storytelling, because in Lucy's, she was upset because she lost. You know, that was what her storyline was. Her storylines was she actually won and she got attacked for winning. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the little plug in the back of the head as well. Um, I really thought this was a good look. The one shoe, the messed up coordinations, like this, I thought Marsha did a really good job. I love a little bit more makeup, but you know she's been slowly improving, so I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give it to her for now. Up next is Lucy Laduka. I like where this was going. I just wish she would have chose a different color for the face. And if you were gonna do that like white gray color, you should have did it with your legs and arms as well, to make it look like it's like your actual skin. Because yeah, you're a vampire. You've lived all these years. Well, your hands should have been pale and your legs should have been pale as well, if you were gonna tell that story. I felt like she could have got away with the same tannish color of her outfit if she would have done her face that color, and maybe even did like a weirder, not a weirder, Lord, just painted the way that the ladies used to paint back in the day. Um, I think that would have worked better. But I really do enjoy this outfit. I really do enjoy this hair. I just the makeup just didn't hit for me. You know what I'm saying? But the rest is cute. The rest is cute. Up next is Lux Your London, giving us another RuPaul reference. Because if you remember last week for the Night of a Thousand Beyoncés, she chose the Bob Mackie look that RuPaul also wore as well. So I know she didn't know that. I know that she didn't know that these were going to be back to back. But I hate that it is, because I'm just looking like, oh, you did this last week. But I really did enjoy the reference to RuPaul, and RuPaul getting emotional when bringing up the look. It just it all hit the heart. It did. It really did. It got me. It got me. And this look is amazing. I love this. I love every piece of this. She said this is the biggest wig she's ever worn, and I like it. I really do. I really do. So we're moving on to the Sasha Colby. Oh, she came out. I'm like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Head to toe. This was amazing. Again, can I get one of these, please? Like in every color. Like, I love this so much. So much. Moving on to Anitra. I thought this was really cute. Miss Anitra did this. She can, and of course her walk. The only thing that threw me off were her shoes. They're green. Why are your shoes green, girl? Like, can you tell they're green here? Let me look. Let me look. Boom. Yeah, you could tell. Why are they green? I know you're supposed to be like the lotus, growing through the dirt, but you could have gave us like a pink heel, a black heel. But they are green. You can barely tell here, but go back and watch. Those are some green heels. I'll be like, why are your heels green? Because the rest is right. Like, I really enjoy the silhouette. I really enjoy the hair, the makeup. Why are your shoes green? Uh-huh. Yeah. So we have Selena S Titties up next, and I agree with Allie. If she would have made the outfit completely out of that blanket material that she was carrying, holding in the back, I think that would have made the look a little bit more impactful. But I still do like it. I just don't think it fits well. I think it needs to be taken in a little bit. And that could be just due to stress because, a lot of queens lose weight while on Drag Race. So it might have fit when she got there, but because of the stress and everything else, it's a little big now. But yeah, it's still, I'll give it a soft two. A soft one. And then Mistress Isabel Brooks ate like she always do. Like, look at this. The makeup, the hair, this Material Girl reference, it's all correct for me. I love the shoes. This was a good look for Mistress. This really was. So we have all of our queens lined up here, and ooh, who would I say was my favorite? I think I would have to say Mistress gave me my favorite look of the week, followed by Sasha. But Mistress, oh, she really did good. And if I had to pick a least favorite for this week, I would say Selena S Titties. Yeah, I would say Selena S Titties. So we find out that the winner of this week is Lux New York London and Lucy Laduka. I agree. I think them as a pair were the strongest group. So I'm okay with them winning. My issue comes here. Hold on. We find out that the bottom two is Marsha, and Anitra. And I get it. Marsha worked by herself. So it's kind of hard to like fit her somewhere. Because you know me, I'm big on if they work as a team, they should be judged as a team. But in this situation where there was one person who worked by themselves, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. I don't know why it's itching while I'm recording. It ain't itched all day. I get on this here camera and it won't start itching. Anyway, um, so yeah, this was kind of weird thing. So I think in this situation, I would have judged them individually because there was one person who worked by themselves. So in this case, I do think this is the correct bottom two. Miss Anitra and Miss Marsha. So they have to lip sync to Boss Bitch by Doja Cat. And I hate that Creasha's not here because Boss Bitch, I drove her crazy with this song. I did. Oh, I love this song so much. And can we talk about how amazing this lip sync was? They both turned it out to the 12th limit, and we all knew that Marsha could deliver, but I didn't know she was going to deliver like this. Honestly, at points, I thought this was going to be a double Shantae because they were both giving everything that this song needed. I do agree, if there was one winner, it was Anitra, but this moment right here, when she jumped over, and I think it was Selena who said "Free Willy." I thought it was amazing, but look at Marsha. She went into a straight backbend Matrix style. Like this whole performance, there was one too many duck walks. I will say that there was one too many duck walks, and I'm glad Anitra didn't do it as much as I thought she was going to do it because I really thought she was going to do it the whole performance, but she didn't. Um, but yeah, overall, this was probably one of my favorite lip syncs this season, and one of my favorite lip syncs of this season. And I really thought they both were going to stay. I was actually quite shocked that only Anitra stayed in the competition after this, and even the judges were living. Like it's been a while since we've seen the judges really live for a lip sync. It was such a good time. It really was. And then we got the double move here. They were living. We're just going boop boop. See, you can see how much I liked it. I couldn't stop taking screenshots. In this moment here, again, amazing. But we're gonna get through this. There we go. All right. So RuPaul announces that Anitra is the winner of this week's lip sync. I personally would have chosen both of them. I think they both did a really good job lip sync. This was both of their first time in the bottom. So it was just like, yeah, I think I would have kept both of them in this situation. I would have. So that means we must say goodbye to Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Sorry, y'all, this nose is a itching. It's the devil. It knows I'm doing it by myself today, so it's like, oh, your nose is gonna itch. I'm like, really? But anyway, next week we're gonna have Wig Loose, the Rusical, which is gonna be a play off of Footloose, and I'm super excited for that. This looks like it's gonna be a really good time. It's gonna be so much fun. Get him off the screen, Lord. But yes, overall, this was a really good episode. I'm so glad we're back to 90 minutes. It was needed. It really was. Drag Race is just 90 minutes now. It really is. And I'm just glad that we're back on that page. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm actually sad that Marsha went home. I didn't think I was going to be sad when Marsha left, but I am sad. I am sad. She's one queen. I could see her coming back quickly for All Stars if they ask her. But yeah, I really saw Marsha. I think I had Marsha in my top 5. I don't have my thingy here. Let me see. Is this it? No. This is Belgique. Uh-huh. I ain't gonna be looking all. Oh Lord, that's secret celebrity right there. Them are notes from forever ago. Drag Race France? Okay, yeah, we're going way back in time. Okay, we're gonna stop. But I want to say I had Marsha in my top 5. I'll go back and watch our first video. But yeah, I'm actually gonna miss Marsha. I enjoyed her. She brought a light to the room. And wait a minute, is Lucy the only white queen left? No. Mistress, Selena, Lux, Sasha, Anitra, Lucy. Oh my, has that ever happened? Usually all the Queen of Colors are gone by now. Wait a minute. Come on. I live for it too. I really do. But that is our episode. How'd I do? Let me know how I did by myself. This was the first one that I did by myself. I know I stuttered in certain moments and kind of just like dropped the conversation and went on somewhere else. So work with me. This is hopefully the only time I have to do this by myself, because I do miss my partner in crime, Miss Cresha McGill. Make sure you follow her on all social media platforms, by the way, at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL. Woo-wee is different when I'm not spelling my name. But yes, thank y'all so much. And I want to remind y'all one more time to like, comment, and subscribe. We have grown so much in the past year. We just want to continue growing so that we can build this community even bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Let us know down in the comments. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? You know, just let me know. Just don't be rude, because I got time. It's just me this week. I got time, okay? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. You can follow me on all my social medias at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with me. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.